Hello everybody, it is time for 0 to Gigachad. I have a fresh 1445 Deadeye. If I happen to have like a 1445 character myself, this is how I would build from scratch to a build that I would want, right? Considering the choices I have, if the legendary engravings that I've read so far, plus, you know, like just theory crafting in general. So for Deadeye, they go spec crit. They can also go spec swift, because they're slow. And that being said, their spec scales with damage. So spec is their main stat, but the necklace can be either crit or swift. That's what I was trying to say. Now, one more important part is I go to Trixion real quick and figure out what kind of stats I want or what kind of engravings I want, right? So the engraving is pretty simple. You go Grudge, Keen, Blunt. You have Cursed Stall as a choice. You have Adrenaline as a choice, and then you have Master of Ambush as a choice too, right? You got Master of Ambush as a choice. So the very end build, most of the time that people do, would be something like level 1 class engraving, and then you have level 3 of, you know, Adrenaline, Grudge, Keen Blunt, Cursed Stall, and Master of Ambush. Some of the stuff that you guys need to do is there are so many other options, and it's important for you to think about, oh, is this the build that I want, or is that the build that I want, right? Is this the playstyle that I want? There's also another option where I can go, instead of Adrenaline, I can actually go Spirit of Absorption as well. It's not a wrong build. If I go Spirit of Absorption, what happens is I get 15% movement speed, attack speed, and it's going to feel super comfortable going doing my combats, right? I'm so fast, right? But at the same time, since my swiftness is there, I can allocate my necklace to be crit on crit, and then put more on spec for more damage. If I do it this way, we can do the calculation here. So it's 84.89. So I have a less crit, a little bit less crit, but I have it covered here. And with the yearning set, I would be 125%. You also lose CDR, correct? But this is like another option that you could do, because Spirit Absorption is a cheap engraving, as you guys know. It's a very cheap engraving. So these are some of the options that you can do, and then you actually have no problem clearing raids because it's like a legitimate build that you could do. So in my opinion, the build that I actually have in mind is this. So this is where it gets interesting. I'm going to search how much this engraving is. I think this is going to be expensive. I'm going to see how expensive these things are, right? It's very important to see like what kind of, this is obviously the Korean market, so it's a little bit different, but let's see how expensive these are. Look how expensive these are. It's pretty expensive. 90k for a green ring, right? Oh wait, so level 1 class seems to be very expensive. What about level 3, right? I do it backwards, as in like, what if I go level 3 class instead? Is it gonna be more expensive? What if I do 3-3 like this, right? There's so many more options. These are the process that you need to follow in order for you to find a good build. So look at this, 9,500 for a 3-3, Grudge 3, and then class 3. The reason why I'm trying to get this in a ring is because you want to have the most expensive accessories on a ring, as in like the most expensive engravings, which is usually the class. And class 5 tends to be more expensive because what happens is this tends to be, most people are going for class level 1 for that final build. That's why it's like a little bit more expensive. I kind of wanted to make this is the build I wanted to do because I have legendary Cursed Stall and a legendary I have legendary Cursed Stall and legendary Grudge. So I could have gotten like this build with like Swift like this. This is technically the build that I would look for, right? Because I have legendary Cursed Stall, legendary Grudge. So this will be the build. But getting that accessory, this particular accessory, is going to be so hard. So I have a thought where, can I actually have this build without having a like a double engraving, as in like, what can I just get a 5? Is that going to be possible? So this is why using a calculator is really important. So let's say I have grudge 12 12 like this, and then I have keen, and I have ambush, and then I have class 1, and then I have curse, stall, ambush, keen, blunt, adrenaline, right? So let's say I have this particular build. Let's say I cover keen, blunt, adrenaline, stone. If I happen to get a 7-7, can I work it around to have... So look at this. Since I have double legendary engraving, I can get a 7-7 stone, but I can get a level... just get a 5 class engraving. Just get a 5. I don't need like a side engraving. How cheap is it going to be if I do that, right? So look at this. Some of these 2K rings. This has awakening, because these are shit engravings, right? So I have a lot more options to get that class engraving. But anything else, if you look at here, 5-3, I need to get a 5-3, and I need to get a 5-3, and I need to get a 5-3. And the requirement is to get a 7-7 stone. This is why if you get like a 7-7 stone instead of a 7-6 stone, you get to save a lot of money, because one engraving, like one of your accessory can just be a 5 class engraving, because you guys saw the difference. Look at the difference. 5, and if I add in another engraving that you need, this turns into like 20k, right? And if this is the particular build that I'm aiming for, you always write it down on the spreadsheet and search accordingly. See what happens, and always handle the most expensive engraving first. So let's look at the final build now. So this is 10%. How much crit do I have with the swiftness? So I'm going to have a 0% on crit. It's going to be 62, I think. 2.21 plus. I have level 10, level 2 adrenaline, so it'll be level plus 10. Plus, and then level 1 class engraving will be plus 20. And then, and if I finish my entropy set, it'll be 17% plus. And then back attack will be 10%. And then synergy will be 10%. It'll be 69.21% crit. There's another option too. So let's say instead of spec, what if I put another ring on here and then put 1400 spec? So it'll be 9.41 plus 10% back attack, 10% synergy, 17% entropy, 10% adrenaline. What am I missing? 20% class. It'll be 76.41. This is where I need to make a decision, right? Am I gonna have 76.41% crit rate, or am I gonna have 69% crit rate with less, like with more damage on this, because I have a higher spec, right? But there's also another benefit of putting one crit ring. How much would this be if it was crit? Wow, look at that. 100 quality ring for 1k gold. So I could probably do that. You know, I can probably do it this way. Just have a 200 crit ring there, and then have spec, and then I work on the swiftness. I have 76.42%. So this kind of method, it doesn't work if you want the highest ceilings, because obviously the highest ceiling is what? Higher the spec, you do more damage, right? But what is this character? This is my low pen character, and it's not going to go higher than probably 1460. If this character's goal is to do Vicus for fun, or like Valton for fun, Vicus hard mode for fun, maybe go to Clown, right? Clown's fine, but it's not going to do like Broshaza hard. If I'm going to do like Broshaza hard mode, I'm obviously not going to be giving a crit ring. It's not maximized damage. You would want to focus on comfort more on ults. That's like my, this is coming from experience actually. You want to play more comfortably for your ults, because when you're playing with your ult, you are more experienced in the fight anyways. It just gives you a lot less stress. That's just my advice from our, you guys. If you guys are thinking of making ult, you don't want to push for more money, because that ult's gonna make you money. The more money you spend, it's gonna take you longer to recoup that. So it is important for you to think about comfort. So obviously this is the build that I want, and this is the stat that I want. If I have the stat that I want, you just write it down. You write it down. You kind of like allocate it accordingly. And now I just need to figure out what I could do from now on. Now I know what to do. Now it's time to carve some rocks. Carve some rocks. Carving stones, boys. Always click that 3, 3, 3. Ooh. 45 down. Oh, shit. 35 down, 25 down, 35 down. 45. Up. Down. Ah! Oh! Why did it have to do this to me, dude? Why? Here we go. Man, this can't be a... Yeah, I got fucked up. Dude, if only this was like a little better, it would have been so much better. You guys love these rock carvings, huh? Dude, I'm keep succeeding this 45s. So weird. Huh? Huh? Let's go! Hold. Hold! I gotta think about this real quick. I gotta think about this. If I play this wrong, it's gonna be 8-6. I gotta play it right. I gotta play right. I mean, I have to go... Fuck. I have to go adrenaline. I have to. Dude, it feels like it's gonna be a fucking 8-6, dude. Dude, it's gonna be... I feel that it's gonna be a fucking... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's gonna be an 8-6, man. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. I mean, I already have a good stone. Oh, fuck. Wait, this is bad, actually. I can't use this. I said that I was gonna get level 2 adrenaline, right? So this is what happened, and this is really bad. So what if I go... How much is a class engraving? Hold up. Because I might have to go just a 5-3. What if I have... Because since I have a 9-5 stone, what if I go class 1 as 9? Wait, no, 5-3. Yeah, I can do that. So I have 2 classes. Rest of 5-3, I can get a 5-3. And since I go adrenaline instead of since I'm missing cursed doll and go level 3 adrenaline, I don't need this crit ring anymore. I would have everything on spec. So you have 9. Yeah, so if I have 6, it's 15. So this is the new build now because of the rocks. This is why you always carve rocks first, boys. Always carve rocks first, okay? Okay, so this would be 30. This would be 30 plus 15 for adrenaline, plus 17 for entropy, plus 10% for synergy, plus 10% again for back attack. 82. That's 82% crit rate without any combat stats. So since I have a lot of crit rate already, I don't need to give anything to crit. So I can go full spec and then crit swiftness on the combat stat. If I buy a legendary class, which is 13k, this will be 12. I can do this, right? And I can just have a class 3. And I can just have a class 3 and a 5 instead of... I don't even need a 5, I think. Hold up. So I think reading a book is a good idea. 13k. 13k plus. Just get the engravings accordingly. It would be a good idea. Damn, why did I carve an adrenaline 9 rock, man? That's so bad. 499 spec. So some of them, so for necklaces, they give you 2 stats, right? So some of them could be like shifted towards to a spec that you need. And since this is 499 spec, this is basically an 87 necklace, but it is very good for the class that you're trying to play. For example, let's say you're playing a scouter, and then you're looking for a crit spec necklace. You always want to buy, let's say a green one, but has a high focus on spec is actually good. It's actually a good buy. So it's actually a good idea for you to be looking which is heavily weighted, which stat is heavily weighted as well. Make sure you look at those. Good. Now we cover the hard part. So this is the hard part. So this is how you usually do it. It's always the necklace And the class accessory is the biggest problem. If you fix this part, the rest of the accessory is just a walk in the park. Because these are like some of the there's more on stock on these kind of accessories. So if you figure out your main statistics for higher quality and try to buy a decent price class ring, everything else is going to be just like plug it in. Like you just plug it in. That's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for rest of the accessories here that falls under this category and buy it accordingly. 6,666. I got a cheap one, boys. We got a cheap one. You can tell, like you can see the difference here, right? But this is defense down. This is defense down 3 though. I can't wear it. So that's unfortunate. Unfortunate, boys. Unfortunate. Let's see. So this is not bad. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this build. So I have the necklace, 484, 490. So the prices would be, so so if I buy this, I would have about 1580 a spec with 539 ish, no, with 490 ish Swift, maybe 500 ish Swift, and all the negatives are okay. I will need to buy the legendary engraving for the class engraving. So the total price would be, so it'd be 9,000 plus 5,000 plus 10,000 plus 7,000 plus 200. Oh, okay. Then it's this plus 13,500. It would be 44,000. 44,000 gold. Nice. I mean, it's a decent price for. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but you know, I kind of wanted to play Deadeye as it is. It would be Swift. It would be Swift spec. Spec would be in the higher section, and my crit rate would be around 7. Like, was it 86? I think around there. Cool. I mean, that's what I wanted to build. So let's double check. I'm gonna double check if I'm going to have the negatives. Okay. I'll just do it. Let's do it, boys. And then I just go by and then it gets fucked up. You know what? If it fucks up, you know if it fucks up, I think it's also content. Don't do it like me, boys. Last one. And then I have the 5-3 on the necklace. And then I have the earring. Wait. Yeah, I actually have a 4 threes and a 2. So I don't even need to. Wait a minute. So for 5% crit, do I want to spend 13k? You don't need crit on low pang. I mean, this is the build that I wanted to do. So technically, I can just do it. Look at that, clean. Well, the +1 feels a little weird, but clean. I like it. I like this build. 1496. I didn't think I switched to pet, did I? Yeah, this is a swiftness pet. I need to switch it to spec pet. 1645 spec. Wow. Nice. I like it. It's a lot. And now I just need to work on my entropy set, and then my Deadeye's flying. Now let's go to Vicus Raid to test it out, boys. Wow, I'm wondering like how strong I'm going to be if I get full entropy set, because it's already pretty strong. Holy. This back attack damage. Nice ult, Albert. Holy. Deadeye's pretty fun, man. Deadeye's pretty fun. I got most damage. I got most damage. So that's what it is. 0 to Gigachad. I finished my build. 1445. I was thinking about a build. There were multiple builds. I went over like multiple choices of builds and then how much money you could invest into it accordingly. And you know, the reason why my class is level 3 is because I carved a 9/5 stone, and 9's being an adrenaline. So initially I wanted to build for level 2 adrenaline and then have class 1 and then have cursed stall as well. But since I can't do that with the 9/5 stone, I decided to just have a 5/3 with reading the legendary book for class. In total, it costed me about 40k ish, and it's pretty good. I liked it a lot. It serves the purpose because my purpose was to build, you know, decently on all my characters, all the classes, so that I can try it myself, right? And now this class is going to, now I can run Valton and Vicasus every week to slowly get my relics to test out the class's full potential before, you know, pushing it further, right? So that would be the total build. And I think the thing that you guys could learn from is not sticking into just one build. You can always adjust accordingly. Like, you know, let's say you never know what rocks you're gonna carve, right? You never know the prices of the accessories on the market currently. With all those things to an account, it is good to find a decent combination of gold plus other stuff to just get you into the raid so that you can actually raid. That's the most important part. And it's more like a resume. So let's say when you guys are doing it, maybe a 4-3. Like 4-3, 3-4s. 3-4s would be a good idea. When you do like 3-4s, you kind of calculate accordingly. If you have a legendary engraving, that's also good. You know, test those stuff out. So, testing out Trixie as well, right? So that being said, this concludes the video for 0 to Gigachad. It's pretty short. Well, it's pretty long actually. So yeah, that's it. See you guys. Bye.